Hey, what's up, guys? It's Daz Petzergling, and we are doing the second MSL broadcast. And this is Game 3 between Arnc and ZerO. Game 3 of their best-of-3 series for the round of 16. Arnc having taken the first game relatively easy, and then in the second game, which we just did, a stupid little mistake where he actually went a lot of Zerglings and went to attack ZerO, and then just waited and gave ZerO time to prepare for the attack, and then moved in and just kind of failed miserably. And from that point on, ZerO took over the game. So I guess you could say it's been a back and forth series, and it should be a pretty exciting Game 3. I mean,
it's been a back and forth, one-sided series. I'll agree with that.
I'd say that. Yeah, I can't really pick a strong winner. I think Arnc's overall the better player, but who knows? It's CBZ. Anything could happen. Looks like they're about to start the game, so we'll sync it up here. 1, 0, and Ro. And I'm just gonna make sure we get the spots and positions right. So we've got. That is ZerO in the bottom right in the yellow, and Arnc in the top left with purple. So they've gone actually cross positions. So this is really going to favor whichever player goes for a more drone heavy build, because it's just going to be like, it's just such a long way from one base to the other that it's going to be really hard to do any kind of damage with early game Zerglings. Whichever player 12 hatches is definitely going to have a solid advantage here. And we might actually see both players 12 hatch, because it's a pretty macro-oriented map. The base distances are pretty good no matter where you are. So, I mean, other than that, I really don't know. We just kind of have to wait and see what both players do.
Yeah, even though 12 hatching would be really favorable here, it's really difficult for a player like this in this situation to 12 hatch. I mean, sure, a 12 hatch can be a really advantageous build, but when you're in the situation when you would lose almost outright to a 9 pool, even on cross positions spread out like this, if one of the players goes for a normal time 9 pool and just rushes, I think a 12 hatch would still have a really difficult time, considering if they weren't cross positions. You can't really take that risk. And I can't really imagine, even though a 12 hatch would be favorable on a macro map, I don't think either of the players would 12 hatch. And I think, just in my prediction, I think we're going to see 2 12. Oh no, so it looks like Arnc is actually proving me wrong. They're going for a 9 pool speed, getting his extractor out. And not necessarily speed, he could actually use that 100 gas to get a fast lair, but 9 pool gas, I guess, would be a fair name to call that build. And there's ZerO putting down the 12 pool. So now, even though Arnc actually had the build order advantage in the first game, ZerO is going to have it this game, going for a definite more drone heavy build, putting his pool down on 12 as opposed to 9 in the same time as this extractor. And this really benefits ZerO because he's going to be able to get his second hatchery out extremely early, almost immediately before the pool is going to finish. And Arnc is actually going to be confined to one base here unless he decides to put one down before morphing his lair. That would be if he would get speed before lair and then move out with some Zerglings. And there's the hatchery out for ZerO. So definite advantage here from ZerO unless Arnc once again, but this is a position that Arnc likes to be in. He likes to be the aggressor, at least in ZVZ. And it's going to be up to him if he can do some damage with the Zerglings and get his tech with Mutalisks out a little bit faster, although it's going to be real difficult for him to do that because they're on cross positions on Neo Harmony. So I'm, not just positions, but overall build orders, I would say ZerO opened up with a definite advantage in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like I mentioned before, I mean, because they're so far away from each other, it gives the defending player so much more time to build up Zerglings. Like, if it had not been cross positioned, these Zerglings would have been there in time to take some shots at the hatchery. Looks like, ZerO actually only built 4 Zerglings, so Arnc has a little bit of an advantage right now anyway. Okay, there's the last 2 Zerglings coming down, so Arnc's not going to be able to do
pulling
anything.
Drones.
At the very least, he forced him to pull drones. I don't know why he did that. I mean, he knows he got the 2 Zerglings down there. I guess maybe he was worried about Arnc actually going with 8 Zerglings.
Wow. Playing super safe there. That is really scary. ZerO, well, I guess it's a good move, but I mean,
because you got
keep
the
in mind though.
Oh, nice!
Right,
wow, nice drone snipe there, man. That was really fucking clever. That was nice. But you know what though? I mean, this is kind of nullifying the advantage that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, having 4 drones off of minerals, like, it's almost like it makes it not even worth it to get drones early if you're not able to mine with any of them. Especially if you get one sniped off. And Yarnec is just being a huge fucking pain in the ass here, constantly running around. I think this was a bad
using
engagement
the drones
for
for the battle.
Oh, the drone.
No, wait, ZerO
nice.
pulled the drones there. What is with Arnc? I don't really understand. Like, he gets the advantage. I mean, sure, ZerO had that second hatchery, but Arnc had ZerO pulling his drones off, so ZerO really didn't have much of an economic advantage there in terms of drones, and then Arnc attacked anyway. Like, he does the economic damage that he needs to do, and then attacks. And that was kind of foolish there, because Arnc attacked, even though he had the Zergling advantage, Arnc attacked right next to ZerO's base. Well, yeah.
But he should have.
But still, though, he should have kept running away. Of course. I mean, it's not like Arnc's Zerglings are slower than ZerO's. I mean, he engaged himself there, and ZerO is just going to be looking so good here. Arnc's Spire is just about to be up, and I actually don't see ZerO Spire anywhere.
No, it looks like it hasn't even been started yet. So Arnc actually might get Mutilisks early enough to do some damage. Oh, he tries for the Zergling sneak in, but it's just not going to do anything. ZerO's built a lot of Zerglings, man. He's gonna have to get up a sunken colony to hold off all these Zerglings. Like, there's just a whole shitload of them streaming in. Okay, he's gonna hold his choke here, and this is a good move by Arnc. Hold it at least long enough to get your sunken colony up. I mean, having to build a sunken colony really hurts his economy, though, especially because he's only on one hatch. Oh, he might get the sunken colony here.
ZerO has so many
straight for drones, man. Yeah, that's a shitload of Zerglings. He's got to run his drones around. He can't. Okay, I don't know why he went for the sunken colony there, but I don't think that really helps him. I mean, having one sunken colony up is enough to... Oh, man. That's a lot of Zerglings.
That's going to be game over. If he gets that sunken
colony, it's going to be GG. Yeah, I think it's going to be game over. Okay, he's going to have to bring his Mutilis back to help hold this, but he's going to lose drones, man. I mean, it was a good drone drill there, but he's going to lose some drones here, and he really can't afford it. How many drones does he have left? Oh, man, he's only got like 6 drones. More of them are going to go down. Really good play by ZerO to fucking build that many Zerglings there. I think Arnc, I mean, it just totally kind of caught him off guard, and even if it didn't, there wasn't a lot he could do about it. He already committed going for the fast lair and the fast spire, and I mean, even though he tried putting up those sunken colonies, it was just too little too late. GG's already. That sucks, man. Wow. You know what? I think Arnc was the favorite here, and I expected him to win, but you know, what can you say? ZerO made the
Here comes all the ZerO fans. They're gonna come right out of their slide down their fire poles again. The flame lust for saying ZerO. I mean, clearly ZerO was a big favorite to win the MSL. But no, ZerO, you know, I don't know if I really want to say that ZerO showed he could win ZVZ, because it almost seemed like Arnc fucked up both times, and Arnc lost the games himself. And look at that. I mean, just look at his face right now.
Yeah, look at his face. I think he
realizes that he lost the game. Like, it wasn't that ZerO did anything extraordinary. Not to say ZerO made any major mistakes, because he didn't, but Arnc really lost those games himself. And I really hope that Savior puts up a better fight against ZerO, his next round opponent. So we're going to be seeing some more Zerg versus Zerg out of the few Zergs that are left in the MSL. And ZerO looks like he's going to be in a good position, because Savior's been practicing for Pro League, and Savior was playing versus Terran, while ZerO is probably only practicing MSL maps versus Zerg, so he's going to have the practice advantage. But Savior he's Savior. I mean, I hope that the Savior vs. ZerO series is a little bit more exciting than this one, because it was almost disappointing to see. It was just like mistake after mistake. That's how unforgiving Zerg vs. Zerg is. You make one slip up and you lose the game. Not to say that the players played bad, but when one mistake costs you the game, it's kind of disappointing to see that, you know.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, just the tiniest little thing that happens, and the next thing you know, he's out of the MSL. I feel sorry for Arnc. I think he is the better player out of the two, but he was not the better player this day. So, what more can you say about that? All the best to ZerO, but personally, I think Savior is gonna crush him. I mean, not that Savior's ZVZ is super amazingly great, but in the best of 3 series, I gotta give the heads up to Savior. And he did actually beat him pretty handily in their last ZVZ game. They actually both came out of the same group. So, I think we've said pretty much all we need to say about this series, and we're gonna move on to the next one, Stork versus Quanro, which maybe you wouldn't expect to be super exciting, but it is just because of the fact that Quanro is up again.
This is the one I've been waiting for. It sucks that it's the last time. Here. I don't want to see Stork lose, but I don't know, whatever. Let's just move on. I want to watch it.
Let's move on. Yeah, peace out, guys.